Throughout the research, planning and evaluation stages of our product, we used a variety of different technologies which allowed us to construct our own media product. The main form of technology I used throughout the whole project was WordPress, a blogging site available for public use by anyone all over the world. I used it to record my construction, research, planning and evaluations. This was crucial in ensuring every process I carried out was recorded to the best of my ability in a suitable chronological order. The website was accessible from both school and home, which meant I was not placed in a position where I could only carry out coursework at school. This was a major advantage throughout the filming and preparation stages, especially when a high amount of work was being processed at one given time. WordPress allowed me to express the different stages of my project in a variety of different media forms, including videos and images with a layout of my choice. It allowed me to ensure that each post was organised and accessible to anyone attempting to view my coursework, including the moderator. There were many different ways to present the text, including changing the colour of any text and font size. One thing which proved both an advantage and disadvantage at any given time was the fact that each member of the group was able to access each blog, and therefore work could be shared and each member of the group could assist each other when needed. A prime example of this would be when one member of the group required an image, they could easily access the image, and using the facilities present on any given computer, they would be able to insert the picture into their own posts. A major stage of planning involved carrying out a preliminary task which allowed us to focus on certain factors such as match on action and direct light. For this mini project we used an iPhone combined with a program called Vegas to edit the footage together. With the footage we created from this project, it was clear we needed to change the technology and software we used for our real media product. To film our opening sequence we used the Samsung Q10 high definition camcorder. This was a camera which the school provided, as no member of the group had a camera of such high quality capable of recording film clips. The camera was of a very high quality, as it was capable of 10 times optical zoom as well as 20 times digital zoom. It was very beneficial to us that the camera was HD, as we had some very difficult shots to complete, including the close-up of our character crying. Although none of us were familiar with the camera at the beginning, after a short while it became considerably easy to work the camera, and we were able to record clips as and when we pleased. We used a tripod to ensure that all of our shots were still and looked professional. We did a lot of practice shots to ensure we were recording what we wanted. A facility on the camera allowed us to view the shots as soon as they were filmed, so that we could evaluate each clip and decide whether it was acceptable or whether or not we needed to once again film the scene. We also used a variety of small cameras throughout the production process, including a Nikon Coolpix camera and a Fuji FinePix JX camera. Although we didn't use these for any filming, they were responsible for the majority of the still shots used on the photo wall, shown throughout our opening sequence. Both of these cameras were of a high quality and allowed us to take high quality pictures which in turn we printed off and used. Certain blog posts include videos of me giving my opinion on certain stages of our work. I carried out recordings using the webcam present on my own laptop, which is part of the HP brand. It allowed me to sit in front of the webcam without having to hold a camera. It also meant I could easily upload the video to Windows Movie Maker without having to fuss with any cables. In order to edit our opening sequence, we used a piece of software that no member of the group was familiar with. It was called Final Cut Pro. The school had recently purchased a suite of iMacs, which we were to use to edit our opening sequence. Although we did have to learn as we went, after a while it became apparent that this software was very easy to use and would allow us to edit our film to the highest quality. Video tutorials on YouTube proved crucial to assist us in certain aspects. We did have a slight problem with uploading the clips, as the iMacs did not like the format our video clips are in, but after a short discussion with the IT technicians, this problem was resolved and we were able to upload our videos. A drag and drop function allowed us to easily add clips in the order that we wanted. This software was also capable of allowing us to insert and extract certain effects across the whole clip, including specific transitions and also effects such as fades. We were also able to cut and edit a particular clip of our choice, which was a great bonus when editing, as some of our clips were not exactly what we had hoped for. We were also able to adjust or remove the volume on clips of our choice, which was helpful as we needed to ensure that all our video clips were silent and our music and voiceover were the more dominant sounds, allowing us to ensure the continuity of any non-diegetic sound. The evaluation questions which I have filmed were recorded at home, which means I was then able to use the Final Cut Pro software to edit them. To overcome this problem, I have used Windows Movie Maker, something which is present on all computers with Windows on them. It proved easy to use and I was able to add titles and images in between certain parts of my evaluation questions. YouTube and other websites across the internet have been very useful to me and my group, as this allows us not only to research information which was already present on these sources, but also upload our own productions, including our final media product. This allowed easy access for the moderator once we had taken the YouTube HTML and embedded it in our own media blog. By putting our opening sequence on YouTube, we were able to gather together a wide range of different audience feedback, which was very effective and something which took place in a short amount of time. It also meant a variety of people were providing us with feedback, instead of just a few friends that we felt were suitable. The commenting facility at the bottom of our video meant people from all over the world were able to add comments of what they felt our opening sequence did well, although one thing we had to be aware of was people leaving bad comments as well as good. Another main reason we used YouTube throughout the production process was to download a copy of our background music and also a copy of the film for ident. We took the HTML from the YouTube website and then used a converter from another website to convert both the film clip and the music so they were the correct file to be inserted into our opening sequence. Google was another website which was crucial for research, as it offered us a variety of different results after searching only basic terms. Due to its popularity throughout the UK, we knew that it would be able to provide us with a variety of different results. This made the whole research project a lot easier, as we were able to research what a particular genre included, and also what films were already out there of a similar genre. Another key website that we used was www.theartofthetitle.com, which allowed us to look at different title sequences and see how certain ones were created. Social networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter also proved important, as this allowed me to communicate with actors and group members throughout every single stage. It also allowed me to share our YouTube link with possible people who would provide feedback, allowing them to leave comments or use the like facility present on the website. One problem that the group did have to overcome was the safety blocks put in place across the internet while using the school's computers. This meant that some of the research we wished to carry out while at school was not possible. To overcome this issue, we carried out as much work as possible at school, but the websites which were not accessible at school I viewed at home using my own internet access. A small minority of our research was carried out by looking at media products which have been in the public eye for many years. There were three main films that we decided to look at, including My Sister's Keeper, Up and The Butterfly Effect. Each of these had some significance to what we expected from our own opening sequence, while the film had dealt with an issue that we were trying to broadcast in our own media production. My Sister's Keeper was an influence for our film due to the topic which the film covers. Both our media product and that specific media product both look at how cancer can change a person's life forever. One major problem we had through the research stages was working out a way which we could portray a large amount of time in only a few short minutes. We wanted to show the budding friendship of our two main characters in our opening sequence, which had to be no longer than 3 minutes. It was our media teacher who suggested we look at a particular sequence from the movie Up, as it dealt with a life story in a very delicate but effective way. As we wanted to change the chronological order of our film so that the ending of the story was part of our opening sequence, we did some brief research into chronological order by looking at the film Butterfly Effect. The opening sequence of this film was very similar to ours, as you see a brief sequence of the man walking into a confined space, and then a life split begins, very similar to how our opening sequence carries through. Both GarageBand and the voice recording facility on the iPhone are crucial for recording our voice recordings. The first time that we recorded the actors we used an iPhone, as this was available to us and it did provide us with a very clear and acceptable sound, which all members of the group were happy with. One problem which did occur was the actors had to be very close to the microphone for the recording to be clear, and it proved difficult to import the music video into the computer. Due to the problems which were recorded in my blog, we had to change our voice recording at the last minute, and due to the iPhones not being available, we used a separate iMac which had GarageBand on it. I was not familiar with this software, but our media technician soon showed us how easy it was to use, and we were soon on our way to recording the voice recording for a second time. This software proved a lot easier to upload and edit into our opening sequence, saving us a lot of valuable. It is clear that different technologies helped me to be more creative throughout my project. The use of WordPress was clearly my largest advantage, as I was able to present all aspects of my work in whatever form I wished, which meant I did not have to provide a simple written report towards the end of my project. I attempted to include as many images and videos as possible throughout my work to help the moderator visualize what my written work was discussing. Final Cut Pro also proved key towards the latter stages of my project, as it allowed me to edit our media products to the best of our ability. Without this high-quality edit facility, we would have been unable to add certain effects, which proved essential in helping our final opening sequence flow successfully. In recent years, technology has evolved, and we are now provided with more and more ways of communication and ways to express ourselves. Without social networking websites such as Facebook and Twitter, I would have been unable to carry out a majority of my work, as not only did it aid research and evaluation, but it was also a key feature in organising set tasks between myself and the group. A lot of software has also been created in recent years which allows for creativity to be unique and personal towards myself, which has in turn led to me creating a personalised, interesting project from beginning to end.